my bathroom. My name's Brittany, I'm a real hairdresser, but today I'm gonna take you through everything you need to know about doing a toner on yourself, by yourself, in your bathroom. If you're new here, welcome in, I'm glad you're here, so make sure you like, subscribe. I'm here for you every single week, twice a week, and don't forget to join me on Sundays for Sunday service. That's just where I make a really big deal out of ordinary things on a Sunday. In this video, we're gonna cover what a toner actually is, how to pick a toner, how to formulate for a toner, how to mix it up, and how to apply it. The timestamps are in the description box below if you wanna skip around. I'm sorry, I forgot to introduce Double D Deborah. Everyone, hello. In short, toners are just a separate hair color formulation that is typically done at the end of your actual hair color. It's mainly for blonder shades of hair, and all the toner does is cancel out unwanted pigments. Basically, toners are just canceling out the nasty color in your hair. How to pick a toner is probably the most confusing part of this process. For this to make sense, it's really important to know that level and tone are two different things. When we're talking about hair, it has typically 10 different levels. 1 being black or the darkest level, and 10 being palest yellow, almost white, basically blonde. When talking about levels, we're just talking about lightness or darkness. So think if you were to look at your hair in a black and white photo, how light or dark would it be? We're not talking about, is it red, is it yellow, is it green? That is tone. So the first thing that you need to do is look at a color chart like this one and find the level of your hair. Essentially, you need to assign yourself a number 1 through 10. So Double D is a solid 7. Now we need to assign her a tone. Double D Deborah is both yellow and orange. It's mainly more orange tints at the end and more yellow at the root, which is pretty common. Now we've determined that Double D is a level 7 with a yellow to orange tone. So how we pick our toner when we're at the supply store or Sally's or wherever you're going and you see that color wall with all the overwhelming selections, we're always going to stay in our level that we chose. So for my case, I need to pick out a color that starts with the number 7. Now our goal here is to cancel out these yellow and orange tones. So we refer to the color wheel, colors that live opposite from each other. So for example, yellow and violet, when you marry them together and they meet in the middle, they cancel each other out. So across from yellow on the color wheel is violet or purple. Across from orange on the color wheel is blue. This will tell me when I'm at the supply store that I need to find something in a level 7 that has violet or purple and blue tints to it. For Double D Deborah, I have chosen a 7.22. 7.22, if you look really closely right here, is really 7BV. B for blue, V for violet. So the color is saying this is a level 7 and it has blue and violet tone. This, oh gal, your toners or color, it doesn't work unless you marry it with a developer. To keep this really simple, you're gonna wanna use 10 volume. Now for the fun part, applying the toner. Like I said earlier, your toner is the last step in your hair coloring process. After you've done your highlights, your bleaching, whatever you're doing, you shampoo and condition it out, towel dry it. This is where you add your toner. Do not blow dry. Woo, honey, move up here. Nobody can see you, don't be shy. Because I did this last night, she is dry. So we're just gonna spray her down and act like it's towel dried hair. Right, sister? Whew, get those curtain bangs out of the way. We're gonna take our bowl and a brush and we're gonna start mixing up the color. Now, if you don't have a color bowl, no worries. You can use anything but a metal bowl. Styrofoam cup, cereal bowl, whatever you got, ladies. If you don't have a brush, please just use a makeup brush, you'll be fine. Or just use your hands, but you do wanna wear gloves. And I should note that I should be wearing gloves, but I don't have any. I'm gonna go to the supply store and get some, okay? But in a perfect world, I'm wearing gloves. Important to note also that you can use cream toners, which are in the tube, or they also have liquid in the bottle. It's really up to you. It is a lot easier to use the bottle, the liquid, because it distributes better. But I'm using cream today because that's all I have. You'll want to read the manufacturer's directions, but typical hair color in a tube is a 1-to-1 ratio. If I use an ounce of color, I need to marry it with an ounce of developer. Remember, they need to work together because that's how it does all that science stuff. Since we're in the bathroom, I'm assuming you don't have a scale at your house, so we're going to be using a kitchen utensil. I have grabbed a half a TBSP tablespoon. We're gonna be measuring it with that. So if I use a half a tablespoon of color, I'm gonna use a half a tablespoon of developer. Do it, Deborah. You should have something that looks similar to this. Now, obviously you're gonna need a lot more than this, and we're just going to mix it up. And you kind of want to tap at it because color has a tendency to ball up on you. You got to really get physical with it. You want it to be a smooth consistency. Okay, kind of like this, like nice margarine, okay? Margarine. Now, let's apply. When we're applying this toner, again on towel dried hair, we want to go as quickly as possible. You're not going to sit here and take your time. We got to get moving, folks. Put this on your hair quickly. The way I normally do it is take big sections and literally apply it from root to end and kind of rub it with my hands. Because the hair is towel dried or pretty much wet, it's going to disperse really easily versus putting it on dry hair. So I'm just gonna take it, drop off some color. It can touch the scalp, it's not gonna do anything. And start dividing it. Make sure you're getting under there, take some crab claws and disperse it. Really make sure that it's all covered, but going quick as possible. And again, it's okay if it touches any other parts of your hair that are brown or discolored, whatever, it's fine. Once you've got all the toner or color applied all over the head, then you want to take a wide tooth part of the comb or a wide tooth comb and comb all this through. Now's your chance to make sure you got everything. Sister, where are you going? Woo! Someone had a few drinks last night. Now you would probably want to cover this up. If you have a shower cap, if not, a Kroger bag is fine. We're gonna let this process. The processing time for this is up to 15 minutes. You really don't want to exceed 15 minutes because it's honestly not going to do anything but waste your time. You do want to watch it though, because sometimes it will pick up those violet or blue hues and your hair will actually have a violet or blue tint versus just neutralizing out that yellow. Basically, it's a watching game. You want to constantly be checking it, taking your finger or a towel and kind of running it through and seeing how does this look. Now, if you're unsure about this whole process, I would strongly suggest you do a strand test, and the best place to do that is right by the ear. You could just throw it on right here, let this process for up to 15 minutes, and then shampoo it out real quick in the sink, like lean your head over, blow dry it, and see if that toner is the one you want, versus just putting it all over your head and hoping for the best. I'm okay with that too, but you know, the wise thing to do is a strand test. I'm gonna go ahead and let Double D Deborah here process for the full 15. So we're gonna take a break and I'll shampoo and condition it and then we'll blow dry it and see what she looks like. Are you gonna be okay by yourself? Looks like we have a staring contest, folks. Be right back. Okay, Double D Deborah is all done and she looks gorge. So you can see that the toner brought Double D to a level 7, but it canceled out the unwanted tone, the yellow, the orange. So she's a nice medium dark beige blonde with kind of a neutral tone. And you can see that the toner does not change the darker parts of her hair. A couple key points to remember is, number one, you're giving yourself a lot of grace, okay? This isn't easy. It's a lot of confusing elements to this. Number two, we're doing our best to stay within our level. We're thinking of levels of 1 through 10, 1 being black, 10 being pale yellow, blondest blonde, almost white, what have you. We're thinking of it in lightness to darkness. If we were to look at it in black and white, what level am I? Number three, we're finding out what unwanted tone we have. Is it yellow? Is it orange? Is it both? Then we're looking across the color wheel. I have a level 7 hair that's orange. So I'm going to grab a color wheel. Orange is across from blue. I need something that's level 7 that has a blue tint to it. Then we're applying it on towel dried hair. Doing a strand test behind the ear if we're really just not sure. Letting it process for up to 15 minutes, putting a Kroger bag on it, no heat. Shampoo and conditioning as normal, blow drying it, and ta-da, enjoying our new hair. Go out, have some man buy you something. Do something fun, sister. Just kidding, we don't need men to buy us stuff. We can buy ourselves something, right, ladies? Amen. So that's it, ladies, gentlemen, hays, days, and gays. If you have any questions, put them below. I'll do my best to help you, or someone in the community will help you out. We're all really helpful around here. Make sure that you like and subscribe, and I can't wait to see you on Sunday for Sunday service. We're gonna have some fun. I will see you next week for something cool. So